the single best investment this country could make would be to launch a programme to build council and social homes as big as the post-war government. The grip of the housing crisis has to be sort of pulled back. The truth of the matter is, last year, 8 of our 10 councils lost more social homes than they built. 2 went into surplus for the first time in that year in 15 years, Salford and Trafford. You know, this problem is getting worse every year. And honestly, it's not the council's fault. You know, it goes right back to stopping them spending the proceeds on replacement homes. So, to me, you know, we're all struggling with the way this country is at the moment, aren't we? If you focus 100% on sorting the housing crisis, to me, so many other things get fixed. If people have a good, secure home, so many things become possible. If they don't have that, you end up spending loads of public money sort of chasing the failure that arises from that. So, I mean, I will continue to advocate that. I've talked about the need for housing first as a philosophy in Greater Manchester. You know, it's the first thing you need to focus on. If you go down to Whitehall and Westminster, as I have to do, you're lucky if it's 8 or 9 on the priority list. They go straight to NHS, defence. You know, if you invest in housing, you just solve so many things for people. And I just think for a long time now, for quite a number of decades, we've got housing policy in this country completely and utterly wrong. We've got to get to a point before 2030 when we are building more social homes than we are losing across Greater Manchester as a whole, and I would hope in every single borough.
Thank you, Andy. Lady in the red top just there. Yeah, just behind you.
Hiya. I know you've touched on some of this, but I live on Lower Failinge in central Rochdale, and Rochdale Borough-wide Housing intend to demolish hundreds of our homes with no plan to replace them in the immediate term. What can you do to protect the community from this devastating loss of social housing and to protect the vital mature green spaces that border these homes and to keep it a car-free environment? I live on one block that's been refurbished. Yep. 3 feet, literally 3 feet away from my block, RBH have decided that that block is now no longer fit for purpose, even though it was built the same time as our block, and they want to knock it down. There's just no sense in it. Is there anything you can do to help us?
Yes, is the answer. And credit, I might say, to a number of councillors in this council, because RBH, going back, they just, as I understand it, Neil, took some decisions despite the opposition that was in this council. And this is something, you know, I'm going to mention buses now, but the thing about public control is it really matters. You know, when you put buses back under public control, it's been a revelation to me, you know, how much becomes possible when it's properly under public control. Like everything in this country, we kind of passed everything out to third parties and everything, and then you lose the ability to, you know, make it work for people. Or you risk losing that ability. And Neil has been one who's argued a lot, haven't you, for the return of what's called the golden share, that the council always has that sort of holds the position. So you asked me, what am I doing? I've set up College Bank Task Force. So I chaired the first meeting of it, I think it was about a month ago. And what we would like to do is save the Seven Sisters, for sure. I'm working with the council, and RBH, who now are in a different position from where they were, to see if we can put together a plan to do precisely that for all of the reasons that you gave. I don't want to give you false hope tonight, because it's challenging given the condition of some of them and because of the blight on them for all of those years. But hopefully you can see a sign of intent there. You know, like I was just saying to the gentleman a minute ago, how can you say we need more social housing? You just look at that and, you know, let it go to rack and ruin. It's just not right. It was never right what they did, ever. And it now well, we're going to see if we can fix it. Do you want to add anything, Neil? Have I covered it? Or?
I think that's fine. Just to say that opposite the lady talks about Lower Failing, look, which is next to College.
Oh, I got it slightly. Oh wait, is it?
No. It's across the road. But she's got a point about Lower Failing. She certainly has, because again, I think they were built sort of early 1970s, so they're not that old really. But it's, you know, but I think RBH seem to see it as, you know, as something they want to get rid of, and it's something that at the council, you know, we're not in favour of either. So, but unfortunately, you know, we don't own them anymore. I wish we still did.
Yeah, so do I.